Check. Hello, friends. Thank you for stopping by. This is the Little Nugget Show, brought to you by Flaco Watts. Wow, never have I been more disappointed in a win. That was terrible. But how is it? There's too many things to discuss tonight. Too many things to discuss. The first is, I don't ever want to hear the idea that this team is tanking if they're going to play like that against Denver. And you might say, well, Denver just shit the bed and they... No, those motherfuckers were playing... If they're tanking, I am playing half-ass defense. I guarantee you. Like, what is the tanking discussion like in the locker room? Bro, I already sent those to myself. Watch, I'll show you this. So in the pregame, I'm watching DMVR pregame. And I usually start it around the time that, let's see, window. Here it is. Let's see if you can see it. That's not it. Stand by. In the pregame, I usually start it around the time the game starts, like at 7. And theirs is usually like 30 minutes. So then I get to start the game around 7:30, 7:40. Dude, that's it right there. What are we talking about? Oh my God, that's why. Okay. I don't know how easy this will be to see. But what you have here is 7:39 p.m. So I started at probably a little after 7. And it's almost finished. And there was I think it was a comment when they were talking about the bets that the line was 12 points and that it could be a blowout. Or maybe Dev said it was going to be a blowout. And I'm like, definitely not a blowout. Utah will cover the spread. Someone will have a career night. And if Utah didn't purposely want to lose, they could win. That's a prediction, ladies and gentlemen, that was true. I mean, what's his name? Keontae George? What got into that motherfucker? He was out of control. He thought he was all-star number 1. You can't tell me he can drive by anybody on the floor. He can throw up crazy threes too. I mean, Maul, we got too much to talk about. The first idea here is that tanking. Like, I don't ever want to hear a team is tanking because for some fucking reason, these teams show up to beat Denver. Or are you telling me that Denver just half-assed to all the tanking teams and almost loses or does lose? I don't believe it. Here's what I think is the truth. Denver has a reputation for being it's easy to get under their skin and it's easy to fluster them. And if you're just all on the same page about hyper-aggressive defense, hands-on balls, I mean, these guys slapped every ball they could find. They wouldn't stop. Same as the last 2 teams. Minnesota, OKC. It's just super aggressive hands. How many fumbles did Jokic have in the paint? How many turnovers did they all have? If they were tanking, don't you think that they would play half-ass defense? Because defense takes the most effort, the most energy. Like, I don't know who that guy was humping. I mean, they were humping everyone. Murray, Jokic. There was like 3 or 4 guys that would just, and you know they got the memo because you had George and whoever that other guy was as a guard, I assume, just absolutely hounding everyone on defense. And when they got switched to Jokic, they was grabbing his legs and tearing him to pieces. But then you throw in the white dudes and they're doing the same shit. So the memo came from the top. The memo came from the coach. He's like, hey, you just got to be really aggressive. You know, they might call fouls, but they ain't going to call all of them. Dude, Jokic had like Denver had 14 free throws or 16 free throws in the 4th. And I was thinking, wow, that's a lot of free throws compared to what Utah barely had any. But then I was like, Yeah, but Utah's fouling 5-1. Same as OKC, same as Minnesota. Like Denver is not aggressive. They're not going to foul unless they're dumbass fouls after they've already blown by you and they're laying it in. So here's another thing we can discuss. I'm telling you, I'm starting to think it's Jokic. And if you don't believe me, wait. Just wait. Let's see what we got here. Upcoming schedule. I take these pictures of the screen when I'm... That doesn't help anyone. I guess I should have zoomed in on that one. But this is before the game started on altitude. They said Denver had these scoring runs allowed in Oklahoma City, 12-2 at the start of the second, 11-2 at the start of the fourth. Minnesota, 9-0 start to the second, 4-0 start to the fourth, and then took a timeout. Yeah, that was the worst start to the fourth ever. Not to mention there was like 25-2 run. That's ridiculous. That's insane. But what is it? Is it just like mental lapses? Or do we, I feel like we don't have gangster. Oh my God, what the fuck? Why would I? Okay, there's two more that I can't really tell what they are until I pull them up. What is this? Oh, check this one out. Clutch net rating, NBA ranked last 4 seasons. 2022-23 is championship year. How did I fuck that picture up? I don't know what it says to the right, but it probably doesn't say anything. Anyway, they were third. And clutch, I think, is defined as last 5 minutes if the game's within 5 points. In those situations or in those games in 2022-2023, Denver was a plus 10.4 points during that time, I would assume, which was the third highest. The next year, they're 24.5 points. Man, they should have won that year. Fuck you, Minnesota. And they were first, 24.5 points in clutch in first. And look at 12.5 minus 27th. You do realize there's only 30 teams on this wonderful league. Denver is basically last in clutch. And today, I believe they got a little bump up and a victory. But I'm telling you, with 2 minutes to go, or was it a minute and some, I almost just got up and walked away. I was like, I'm done with this team. But I came back to my senses and I realized the trials and tribulations that we must go through will make us stronger. Actually, I'm not all that certain. I think it's still a toss-up, and it's going to come down to Jokic. Jokic had the discussion today with somebody else. Jokic, just take a look at the picture from the championship year. You know the one I'm talking about, with his daughter up there and all happy and the championship trophy. And it was the biggest relief for him. And you got to realize, what did he had? 3 MVPs at that point? Or he only has 3 now? I think he had 2 and then he didn't win it that year, but he won the championship, if that's correct. So he's already locked up the MVP. You know, he came into the league undrafted or Taco Bell drafted, and then becomes the best player in the league. MVP, should be MVP, wins the championship, MVP again. But the championship is where it tipped. Because if you look at pictures from him from that year to the next year, to the next year, to the next year, it's an entirely different animal. And you're like, yeah, they all looked younger. Something happened to him, dude. I think his brain is cracked. Not going to lie. Argue me, please. Argue me in the comments. His brain is cracked, and let me tell you why. So he's a very intense 7-foot Serbian, and you've seen his brothers. So I'm not saying maybe he struggles with a mental instability, but he might if you look at his brothers. However, he was the joker. He's the younger brother. He's the one that makes everybody laugh. And he jacks around as he's growing up. And it was all fun and games till he won the championship. And he's like, okay, we're done. We did it. And then he realized, fuck, I got to come back next year. Fuck, I just got to keep playing. I got to play 10 more years. I just realized that I am now a slave to this profession. Can he walk away? Sure. But he couldn't. He wouldn't. He has too much competition. He knows he needs to be there. He knows he needs to play. But he doesn't want to. As bad as he used to. Or it's not even that he doesn't want to. I think he's just sucked all the joy out of it. Not going to lie. I think that's what it is. And you can see with the guys that are playing with him, right? Guys that are playing with him are like Cam. Cam's cracked. MPJ was cracked. Mike, what are you doing? Catch the fucking ball. You know, I'm a hard ass as a dad. I'm a hard ass as a coach. But I also understand when to let off a little and encourage. When you're at the highest level in your NBA and you're bringing these guys in that are deer in the headlights, Pickett, fucking Zeke Najee, Strother, and they're playing with the best player in the world who's furious when you don't do it perfect, basically. If you don't make the right play, if you're not in the right spot, if you're not exactly in it, he gets frustrated. Okay? Does that energy not rub off on everyone? Have we not played with people like that? Or the opposite, play with people who are encouraging, are helpful, are educators. Like, hey, Zeke, I know you missed that one, brother, but hey, next time just pull out a little bit farther and we'll have a better line. Gotcha? Yeah. Who doesn't he get on? CB, and Peyton, and Aaron. He's never going to get on Aaron. But that's the thing. These younger guys are pissing him off. Go back to 2022, 2023. Who do you have? He was the younger guy. Now he's the older guy, and he's not a good older brother. He was better as the younger brother. And you see that in schools, too. Now that I think of it. I'm the firstborn. I have 2 younger siblings. I don't mind being in charge of things. But a lot of times those second and third and fourth born people are like, I'm just along for the ride, or I'm just a joker. I don't want to be in charge of things. You know, I think that's how it is. And that's how dog packs are too. And that's how it should be. But Jokic is the youngest brother, and now he's thrown into the position where he's not only the best player on earth, but he's definitely the best player on the team. And he has these high standards. These incredibly high standards of you can't make mistakes. And you can see it. When Jokic was off the floor, I don't want to hear this fucking plus minus shit. I know the plus minus when he's on the floor and when he's off the floor. I get it. What I'm telling you to do is look at the people playing and how they play when he's off the floor. Not Valanciunas, maybe. But I can go back and I will dig up some highlights and say, Pickett's shooting more freely. Here's the perfect example. Cam was so in his fucking mind yesterday because he's missing shots. Okay, he missed the game winner, the previous game. God knows what Jokic said. Jokic probably didn't go up to him and say, it's all right, Cam, keep shooting. We want you to take that shot. You're only 50% anyway. Anyone's only 50%. You missed that one, get the next one. Do you picture Joker saying that to Cam? I don't think he gives Cam the time of fucking day, to be honest. And that hurts Cam's feelings. Cam's a little softy. And you got to see that as a coach or a leader. You got to see the kids that can handle the hard shit and the kids that are a little softer. Cam's a little softer. You got to be different with him. And maybe he's in his own head, but that ain't going to fucking help. I can tell you that. But Joker doesn't give a shit. He's just like, do the job or get off the court. We just need somebody to do it. Well, what, you can't give me anybody? No, can you raise the people up around you? Or are you pushing them away? Are you pushing them down? And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Yeah, I am actually saying that Joker's the problem. And this whole time we thought it was Malone and Booth. Well, where do you think Joker got his attitude from? Malone. The drama between Malone and Booth, whatever. But Malone was who he was. There's pluses and minuses for sure. I don't know what David Adelman's like in terms of coaching people up, but I see incredible potential in Julian Strawther. I love his game. He seems to be able, he has the Keontae George ability to drive, and he seems longer and faster in a slow Gumby-like way, but then he finishes. You know what I mean? But how hesitant, he gets the ball at the top and Joker's out there playing with him. What does he do? He passes it right back to Joker and then slides over. Joker gets rid of it. He doesn't like his position. And then what does Julian do? If I'm getting the ball and I'm Julian, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, imagine or watch the times where Julian just gets the ball and goes free. That's what I saw today with Jamal, with anyone. Joker's getting bitch slapped. He's basically getting prison fucked right on top of the free throw line in the key every time. And he's making it look like it's... Yeah, I think I got into it with somebody on the comments. Where was that? I forget which show it was, but somebody said something about... I can't believe that people say SGA flops when Joker flops. Something like that. And I was like, well, Denver fans don't like Jokic flopping, and no NBA fans like Shea flopping. That's basically it, what I'm saying. Nobody likes flopping. Get the fucking memo to the top. You know? You got these little guys wrapping their fucking arms around your nuts. Okay. If I'm a 7-footer, somebody's getting throat punched. That's just the bottom line. It works. Trust me. I've seen it. Could be a little whack. Could be a little whack. A little whack. What the fuck, dude? What are you fucking... Yeah, you want to do something about it, bitch? Do something. You're 7 foot, 300 pounds. Okay? Put those little motherfuckers in their place. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, look, we're at the row. Kick them like a goddamn soccer ball to the half-court line. Be like, I'm done with you. Like, literally grab them and pick them up and hold them like this. Like, are you done yet? Fuck. You're going to get a foul. You're going to get a flagrant. You're going to get whatever. Who gives a shit? Just be like, hey, guys, tell your fucking coach and all of you to stop doing this shit. And then when they keep doing it, you just dominate. You barbecue chicken them like he did, I don't know, 6-8 times. He went into the and made a shot. Made a shot. He missed a couple, but he made a lot. He just wants to run his little perfect offense. Fuck out of here. We're done with this goddamn bullshit NBA offense. I hate that shit. I don't know what cockamamie dumbasses are coming up with these offenses. I'm not saying I could do better, but there is something I don't like about it. And I can tell when you see a team that can fucking drive. Was Utah running any place tonight? No, they were just give it to George and let him drive. You drive and then kick. Drive and kick, pass and cut. That's what I tell my kids. Drive and kick, pass and cut. They don't know what the fuck that means. I can tell you that. Maybe in a few years they'll figure it out. But you drive. Why? Because somebody might not get in your way and you can just put it in the basket and you're done. But if somebody gets in your way, somebody's probably open. Find them, kick them the ball. They swing it around, and you can start over again. You don't have to do this fucking monkey fucking up at the top of the key. I'm so sick of watching Joker get humped. And he makes it look like, hey guards, they're fucking me. The guards don't care. They don't care. You got to stand up for yourself. And here's where you're going to start. God damn it, Joker, change your fucking mouthpiece. This shit doesn't work. Look. Yellow mouthpiece, not good. Matter of fact, I'm going to the Houston game. That's only about a week and a half away, right? Next Wednesday. We're going to take the actual Little Nugget to his first game. I feel bad. We chose that game for a reason, a real reason. And it's going to be a hell of a game. And I'm going to give it everything I got, but everything is stacked against us there. We got to go over jersey win rates because they're wearing the Mile High City jersey for that one. And they're playing Houston. And they're probably going to get bitch slapped 3 times before that. They might beat the Lakers, but then they have... Wait, I have one of those up. Lakers, Knicks, Thunder, Rockets. Okay, so they could get bitch slapped 3 times, but they're definitely getting bitch slapped twice. They are not. The Knicks are at home. It depends on if the Knicks show up, but if they want to, they will bitch slap the Nuggets. I mean, if the Nuggets are going to play, if Joker's going to show up, a pissy ass motherfucker who can't get a goddamn haircut and fix his fucking mouthpiece and shave his face, he's not the Joker we need. He's homeless Joker. He's Colfax Joker. That's what it is. You know Colfax. Joker's Colfax Joker now. Just like the ranting, raving lunatics that run up and down the downtown Denver area or any city. Like, tighten it up. Get a nice fade and a fucking mohawk maybe like your brother. Clean this shit up. I've talked about it before. Make yourself feel good. I don't know. It seems like he put on 30 fucking pounds since he got hurt too. But the mouthpiece, I've decided I'm taking one to the Rockets game, and I'm knowing that I'll get thrown out of the game. This is premeditated crime right here. I'm going to get that mouthpiece, a nice, bright, beautiful white mouthpiece with the little Joker face in the middle of it. Or even if it was like a Joker mouthpiece, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to have something to do with Joker. Even if it's a white one with the little black Joker logo. Like, imagine that reversed. White mouthpiece, black Joker thing right in the middle. It looks like somebody knocked his teeth out. So I'm going to get something like that, and I'm going to toss it out there about the 4th quarter. So he's coming out. I don't know which side we're sitting on. I think we're actually sitting behind the bench. Kind of up in the corner a little bit. Not too far away. I definitely can hit the bench with the mouthpiece. So I think they're either going to blow out or get blown out. No, of course it's going to be close, and it's going to be a clutch. I don't even want to think about the game. Whatever. At some point, Joker's going to come out of... Well, I don't want to say that. If it's close and he doesn't foul out, then he'll still be on the court. Anyway, maybe when he's walking to the tunnel, I'll hit him with it. Joker, wear this mouthpiece, please. I can't stand your fucking mouthpiece. But his attitude, hey, put a little joy back in it. Wait, you got to step back, Joker. Realize you got $500 million in the bank. You got a bunch of fancy cars and houses, and you're set. You're set. You're going to make another $200-300 million. Or you're just going to make $100 million a year. That's what he's going to make with sponsorships. And you got 2 kids. I don't want to say have another one right now. I'm putting more stress on your life, but relax, dude. Relax. You're the best motherfucker in the world at basketball. And you've already proven it. I think honestly he got to the top, and I remember hearing this story from Deion Sanders, I think, or Michael Irvin. Probably not Michael Irvin. You guys remember them damn Cowboys when they were winning Super Bowls. Michael Irvin was quite the powder puff kid. Oh shit! I messed up my. That sound any different? Yeah, 7. That's where we're at. So, I think it was Deion Sanders that said when he won the championship, or I don't even remember. Did he win a Super Bowl with Dallas? Somebody won a championship, and then they realized the next day they were the most depressed they'd ever been because they reached the top and nothing's there. I think that's what happened in Joker. You got to have your mind right to reach the top. Like Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, they loved winning the championship. Christian Brown thought I was going to win it every year for the rest of his life, probably. Peyton's like, yeah, dog, we did it, dog. Here's my chain, bro. They had fun. They loved it. They appreciated it. But they knew they had all this career ahead of them, right? So they didn't get into their mind. Joker was like, 8 years in? 6 years in, at least? 6, 7 years in? By then he was like, I got my MVPs. I got my championship. Why do I have to come back? I guarantee that's it. And he was depressed. He was like, I made it to the top. And because you got to imagine him playing as a kid, growing up as a kid and being the best. What motivated him to be the best in the world? European basketball did. Playing the right way. Somebody motivated him. But what motivates you when you pass everybody up? When you get the championship? I don't know. We might want to ask LeBron or Jordan because they wanted more. And Jordan's a psycho and LeBron's a pervert or something. But Jordan's a psycho. You know, my dog was Luke Longley. If you know Luke Longley from the University of Mexico. He was the center for the Bulls in their last dance era. And Michael shit on him. And Michael shit on a lot of people. What good is it to a man if he gains the world, if he loses his soul? Not going to lie. Take a look at Jordan today. He doesn't look all that healthy and at peace. That's all I want for Joker. Hey, you have what you need. You're set. Be at peace. That's a general idea for anybody. No matter where you're at, be at peace. Be comfortable doing what you're doing. We need a different vibe on the team. And I think Jamal has the right attitude. Supposedly he and Joker never get in an argument. I don't see Maul getting mad at people. I mean, he's more of a coaching type. I think he's an only son, only child. Who else do you have for veterans that are stepping up? I mean, Tim Hardaway's, kind of a fish out of water, I think. I think he feels comfortable and he fits in, but he's not going to step up and control the vibe. Bruce does his thing for sure, but Bruce does his thing. And his thing isn't encouraging fucking Cam and Zeke Naji and Hunter. I'm so sad Hunter's gone. They could have used fucking Hunter against Minnesota. They could have used Hunter in all these games. Just need some fucking energy. Some hustle. Some grit. Hunter was psycho. Like a puppy dog, but psycho. And we don't have any of those. Let's see what I got for my other pictures. Or did I show them all? There was 5. Schedule. Plus minus. That one. So there was 5. I don't know if I shared this one. Yeah, I did share that one. All right. Well, maybe I don't have any more. Apparently, if you watch DirecTV while you're broadcasting on YouTube, they take your fucking video down. Who would have thought? But we only got one comment, but that's not. We got a comment. That's good. No, go. Bobby McGee, la da da. Thank you for leaving a comment. You are the one and only. And he says, assuming Bobby's a he, don't want to assume gender, but I think it's physical for Joker. He does not look like he's running well. His brain is blocking it. I kind of go back and forth. He's been saying, did I not read that whole thing? That's a terrible. I need to identify the comment and read the whole thing. So he said, like his brain is blocking it. Is he hiding an injury or is it a metabolism issue? I think his wrist and his arm. I could take you back to, I think I put it on Twitter, as a matter of fact, like last year. And I forget who it was that pulled him down and threw him down and he landed on his elbow. And I don't remember. It must have been a shooting elbow, right? And then ever since then, he had to wear this sleeve. I think he chipped his shoulder or elbow. I had a friend that did that, and it just never got better. And then he's got a wrist thing. We talked about the wrist thing. That ain't going anywhere, I don't think. The wrist thing is, you know, if it's on your shooting hand, it's like, it's hard to say because I remember having an entirely fucked wrist for probably 10 years before I got it fixed. And getting it fixed wasn't all that better. I didn't really let it heal the right way, but eventually it did get fixed. You know if your wrists are good if you can do push-ups. And there was many years where I could not do push-ups. And that's going to affect your everything. It affects everything. But when you get that cleaned up and you get that fixed and it doesn't hurt, it feels so much better. But here's how you hurt your wrist the most is falling down, putting your hands down when you're falling down. These guys are falling all the time. I don't care. Even if you put your hand and your arm, boom, boom, it still fucks up your hands and your wrists. Like these guys are getting beat up. Joker looks worn down. That's a good comment. Here's my hope. Or what did I say on the show tonight on my super chat was like, the next 7 games are going to separate the wheat from the chaff. If you don't know what that means, that's for if you're a farmer of wheat, you would know. But you're separating the grain from the husk. It's like separating the corn from the husk, we'll say. Wheat from the chaff. So the good shit from the worthless shit. And the next 7 games is going to show. I mean, we're going back to Nug life, if you didn't know. We could easily go 0-7. No doubt. Over the next 7. I pulled that one up, didn't I? Yeah. And we're going to walk through the darkness together. I will be here after every game. And I've said before, I don't think they're going to win any game at the start of it. I have learned that any game is losable in the NBA. Any game. And I've seen it in college. I've seen it in high school. Dude, our local team was 33rd in the state, and they almost beat the number 1 ranked team in the round of 16, I guess. Or no, that would be the round of 32. First round, they went into their gym. The game was tied with 3 seconds left. And some jack around on their team got a foul called, and it didn't make any sense. But he got 2 free throws. They made them, and they won. Anybody can win any game. Plus, I'm done with this fucking tanking bullshit. It literally seems like every motherfucking team comes out and plays as hard as they can on defense against Denver. I mean, if you say that and then you step back and look at, well, Murray did cook the shit out of him. Murray didn't cook the shit out of him. Let me tell you what Murray did. Murray played well. Murray gave up on trying to enter the ball to Joker and decided to drive. He was more decisive. And that's what it comes down to, is Joker saying, I want the ball. But he doesn't really want it because he's getting butt fucked. So Maul's like, okay, well, I'm just going to drive. Let's see what happens. Okay, pull up at the elbow. Bop, gotcha. Drive. Oh, blocked out. Step back. 3. Bam. Oh, blocked out. Step back. I'm locked in. Sidestep. Throw it up. Sideways. In. He just made everything. If Jamal Murray wasn't unconscious tonight, Denver would have gotten their absolute asses handed to him. Imagine Maul scores 25 instead of 45. It's a 20-point loss, no doubt, if not worse. Two things. The Denver made a bunch of their free throws. They haven't. If they would have just shot regular free throw percentage from the last few games and 3-point percentage, Denver would have gotten beat by 15. Thank God they had a fuck ton of free throws. That's the thing. You see it with Minnesota. You see it with Oklahoma City. You see it with Utah. You see it with every motherfucking team that plays them. Except for Boston the other day for some reason. I think it's whether or not the other team wants to show up and go hard. I think literally that's what it is. That's why playoff basketball is so much different. In the NBA, it's whatever team shows up and wants to go most hard is going to have the better chance of winning. You can have teams show up. I mean, you see it with all the teams except for OKC and Detroit maybe. But Houston, the Lakers, they're throwing shitty games too. They're laying eggs too. I think that's just what the NBA is. And I don't understand how you have a head coach, then you have like 6 coaches next to him and 6 coaches behind them and 6 coaches behind them. Like, what the fuck are all you guys doing? Is there not one guy there that can get everyone together and say, listen, motherfuckers, I don't care what you're getting paid. You're my slave right now. I am your master. That might not be a good analogy. We'll rethink it, but I mean, I'm all about slave master. Look it up in the Bible. It doesn't have anything to do with race. Everyone's a slave, in my opinion. Until you're absolutely free, you're always a slave. Whether you're a slave to your own passions, you're a slave to your own perversions, you're a slave to your own addictions, you're a slave to your own occupation, you know? But you can be free and in prison. It goes both ways. And we'll talk more about that on our show called On Faith and Doubt, the last day of every month. Go back and watch the one from February 28th, a few days ago, where we answer the deeper questions in life. Well, why was I talking about? I hate it when my brain does that. Oh, I just entirely forgot what I was talking about. There's 2 people watching. Somebody tell me what I was talking about. Shit. I'm going to sit here until I figure it out. It's getting late, but that's no excuse. Buttercup, pick it up, toughen up. These Nuggets, they got to get tougher. Yeah, I literally have no idea what I was talking about. The defense of the other teams versus the Nuggets. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. McGee. You have saved my ass. If I could pay you to hang out on every show, and when I lose my train of thought, which happens quite a bit, if you reminded me, that's valuable to me. That's real valuable. Anyway, so yeah, the defense against the Nuggets. Why is it that every team comes out and just slaughters them? I mean, you know what it would take? It would take a survey. You'd have to go survey all the NBA games, and I would watch them in depth and religiously and be like, look, this team is playing half-assed. They're not playing anywhere near as aggressive as they played when they were with Denver, playing against Denver. I assume that's the case. I mean, OKC does it to everyone. And some people, they don't have to do it that hard to. But the thing about Denver is Denver's beatable. What's this other one? Another comment from Bobby McGee says, I think they foul the shit out of them to cook the tempo. Once Denver's rolling, they're insane. That's it. I mean, it's got to be a memo from the coach, from the staff, saying we have to go out there and just be absolutely molesting on defense. I don't care how many fouls they call, because they ain't going to call them all. And you're going to give it everything you got. You're going to slap them. You're going to grab them. You're going to twist them. You're going to pull them. All these things. And by doing that, you're right. Messes up the tempo. The flow. That's the flow. Denver could not get the ball in. And that's where they're choking in the clutch too, aren't they? They can't get the ball into the paint. They get in a joker and they push him from behind and he gets all... And he doesn't have the moves anymore. I mean, he has them. He just doesn't use them. But yeah, that's what it comes down to me is the penetration, drive and kick. I see it with Pickett today. Pickett, because what you see, if you watch the defense of the other team, and I saw it with Utah, let's just say Utah scores. Valanciunas throws it into Murray. Murray brings the ball up. Valanciunas runs to the top of the key. The guy that's guarding Murray, sometimes they pick him up full court for sure, just to piss him off. But a lot of times tonight they were letting him come over. But the guy literally, Jamal hasn't even decided which side of the court he's going on yet, I don't think. But the defender goes and sets up in the exact spot where Jamal is going to go. Multiple times I saw it. Multiple times. So the defender walks over there and Jamal meets him. Like, because we have to run our fucking play from the left. Everyone knows what play we're running. And we know that when Maul goes here, this guy's going to try and screen and they're going to fake that and then they're going to rescreen and they're going to go back this way. And then, so they jump in front and cut off everyone at the pass. It's like reading a children's book. And Pickett got shut down. Jamal's a stubborn little fool. He tries to battle his way through it. And when you're battling your way through it, sometimes you get free and you get he got locked up so many times where he pulled his head. Pulled that shot out of his ass. A step through into the basket, the 3-pointers. He misses half those shots, and this game's not in. It's the end of the season. It's the end of the team. Just think about that. Jamal, unconscious Murray, saved the Denver Nuggets. What if they lose by 20 to Utah? Tell me that. Tell me that. With the slide that they're on, I mean, what's the record since Joker came back? What is it, 4-12 now? I think it's 4-12. 4-12. It's not only 3-1 opposite. Like OKC and Detroit win 3-1. 3 games to 1 loss. 3 wins to 1 loss. Denver can't even get 2-1 wins to losses, and now they're on the other side, which is less than 500, right? They're 3 losses to every win since Joker came back. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. The problem's Joker. But it's not what you think. It's not like, oh, he's not putting up triple-double after triple-double. Actually, we talked about it last time. He might be the best player on the court. But that says nothing if you lose. Imagine being less of a best player and rising everybody else up. And Cam gets confident and going. Who else is it? Tim Hardaway doesn't really get shaken by anybody else. He's already in his own mind. I mean, maybe even Bruce, or definitely the bench guys, Pickett and Najee. But what I was saying about Pickett is he got locked out and he was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to drive. And he drives and he gets into the paint and he's like, oh, cool. Guess I'll shoot. Ooh, just put it in or just kick it out. Because the team is so busy locking up the offense that Denver will not veer from. Pivot. That's what we're going to call it. Denver, David Adelman, listen to me. You need to pivot. We're going to call it pivot. So at any time during the intended play, if the guard feels it, he can pivot out of the play and not do it and drive. I don't care if it's a lane from top of the key on the other side of the court straight across the court. If you move, that moves people. And as you're moving sideways across the court, you can dive in, cut back out, dive in, step back three. Dive in, wiggle in, bounce pass to the dunker. Come on. That's real basketball. I'm done. I'm done with this NBA bullshit. I'm done with this DHO pick and roll fucking two-man game. I mean, it's pretty when it's pretty, but it's ugly when it's fucking ugly. Am I wrong? No. I feel like I was going to look something up. We already talked about schedule. Let's go around the associate. Oh, let's check the standings, huh? Standings. What happened to my... Oh, there we are. Oh, that's why. I was like, I lost it. Okay, we're going to pull up the standings for the NBA. Boom. Oh, my God. And we're going to try and zoom in on those. What? All right. The Pistons have won 3. Celtics have won 3 since they lost to Denver. The Knicks have won 2. Who do we have next is the Lakers, right? And then the Knicks. Curious to know who they will be playing. The Raptors and the Thunder and the Nuggets. What's tomorrow? What's the date today? Today's Monday the 2nd. Okay, so tomorrow's the 3rd. So they have back-to-back from Toronto. Oh, then they're going back to New York to play the Thunder. And they just beat the shit out of the Spurs, so they might work the Thunder. But after having worked the Spurs and the Thunder, will they still have it after flying from New York to Denver? I don't know. That's the story I want to tell myself. That they're gonna have a battle against the Thunder because it's a back-to-back. You know, they'll probably take care of the Raptors, but not without paying a little price. And then they got to give everything they have against the Thunder at home to do what they did to the Spurs. And then by the time they get to Denver, they're like, man, I'm tired. And then we got the next day, a day and a half later, the Lakers in LA. And then the Clippers. Nobody likes to go to LA for 3 days. And then Utah. And then Indiana. Wow, that's 4 solid road games. No, 5. 5 solid road games. Okay, so we do see a way where they can come in sucking. Denver might. What if Denver wins 7 out of 7? They beat everyone. Aaron Gordon comes back. Oh, the Nuggets have a W1 finally. And now they're 38-24. They have one more loss than the Timberwolves because the Timberwolves won their 38th game, but they haven't played again since against us. The Rockets have 38 wins, but 22 losses. Wow. Didn't they just lose? Oh, no, they won today. They lost the last game. Thunder have only won 2 streak and a loss 1. 47. 3 games back. Interesting. So where are we going to end up if we go 0-7? We'll be 38-31. Yeah, we're going to be in the play-in. Unless Aaron Gordon comes back and Peyton Watson comes back, I think we're going to the play-in. I mean, there was a time where I said Kawhi leads Clippers as Garland makes LA debut. Okay. They beat the Warriors. Come on now. Everyone beats the Warriors after Denver loses to them. Oh, we never did go around the association. I'm going to look at the box score real quick. I got to get back to work. Look at Maul. Murray incinerates with 45. Not exactly what happened, guys. Not exactly what happened. He did have 45 points, but he was a ±0 in a game they won by 3. Jonas Valanciunas was a +10. I'm telling you, this is the game that shows it. Jokic is probably no. Jokic is a +2. Okay. Julian Strawler was a -4. I mean, it's crazy how stable those plus minuses are. Did Utah have anything crazy? A -10? Cody Williams to counteract old Valanciunas' +10. Deron Holmes didn't play. Spencer Jones is hurt. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Okay, what do we got for points? Hardaway, you only had 7 points. Come on now. That's so bad next to 45. Although he was a +5. What was Maul? 45 and 8 on his assists. What about turnovers? I did not know that. Okay, Jamal, 7 turnovers. Shit, Jokic only had 3. It seemed like Jokic had 7. Personal fouls, 5 and 5 for Bruce, too. Cool. We love it when they use 5 fouls. That's my favorite. Hell, I don't even mind 6 if you win the game. What did Jokic have rebounds? 12? 5 assists? I wonder if his assist number is going to go down below 10. If Jonas Valanciunas is playing with him, one of those is going to suffer. But Jonas only had 1 assist and 6 rebounds. Between the two of them, they had 18 rebounds. Jokic had 2 blocks. I remember those. One of them was very key to the victory. What did fucking George do? Keontae, that is his name. I thought it was Keani. It's a Keani. Is that from Dumb and Dumber? Some type of wine, isn't it? Keontae, Keani. -4, 36 points. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. 4 steals. That's where he was fucking. 4 steals for turnovers, but as hot as he was, he did not get Murray. Murray cooked him. What was he? 4 for 9? What was Murray? Murray was like 8 for 13. 61% on 13 tries. Are you kidding me? 11 of 12 on the free throws. I'm telling you, look at the free throws total. 32 of 35, 91.4. They've been shooting 75%. What's 75 of 35? It's about 9. So they would have been 26. Would have been 6 points less. If they shot their average free throws, they would have lost the game by 3. And if they shot their average on 3-pointers, wait, 41%? Is that real? Who fucked it up? Christian Brown, 33. Julian Strawler, 33. That's what fucked. Oh. Hardaway Jr. was 1 of 8? Bruh. Try something different, please. 1 of 8? I didn't realize that. Sure, he had 6 boards, but 1 of 8? I can tell you what he's not doing is moping about it. He probably doesn't give a rat's ass. He's probably like, I'm going to get him next time. And that's the opposite of Cam Johnson. Pickett was 2 of 3? That's right, he was. Bruce's looked terrible. Zeke Najee had 1. That's right. Wonderful game, guys. Actually, I started off by saying this was the most disappointed win I've ever seen. So fuck you guys. Get your act together. Good luck against LA. I mean, we have been the Lakers' daddy. You know what they try to do is commentators curse this game. The commentators curse is when they start out the game and they're like, so Denver's beaten the Utah Jazz 7 straight times. It's the longest streak against the Jazz in franchise history. The longest win streak. They've won 4 in Utah. They just keep piling on the fucking curses. And I was like, my God, if they lose this one because of that, the commentators curse, well, guess what they're going to do with LA? They did it last time. Denver's beaten LA 12 straight times. It was something like 12. And they've lost like 3 of the last 4. I don't know what it is. But just watch out for those commentators. That's what I'm telling you. We got to go to the darkness. If you guys are new here, you don't know what the darkness is. Actually, I'll show you. I have a video. Yeah. So this is me. Is that media or window? Okay, this might be a little too much, but you let me know. Okay, that's my fat ass. And where's the play button? I gotta go over here. That's the darkness. That's me icing my knee. Watching the game with the mute on and listening to a Tool Inoculum on my stereo that I finally got fixed. Look at Joker. Tell me that's not better than fucking watching it with the commentators. And then Utah buries a 3. Fuck you. So that is the darkness. Everything, all lights off, put the women and children to bed, turn the music up loud. At some point, that was the first half, I think. I had to put my headphones on because the neighbors are going to call the cops at that point. But you put the headphones on, get to a dark place, lock in, kill or be killed, go out on your shield. What was the other thing? No mercy. No mercy for these. I don't know. I'm just really tired of prison fucking Jokic at the top of the key. And on that note, we'll see you in 2 days. Or no, wait, 3 days. I think they have an extra day off. Is it Friday? Shit, we don't even know when the next game is. Come on now. Oh, we do. It is Thursday. Thursday at 8. Okay. Thursday at 8. So I'll be here at midnight on Thursday and 11 o'clock on Friday. Back-to-back Lakers and Knicks at home. That'll be fun. I don't know what I'm going to do on my Wednesday show for when I go up to the Rockets. I'll have to pre-record something. And then maybe I'll come to you live from the arena. I got to figure out how to do that. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Live stream from the arena. I'm going to look into that. If anybody has any advice. We will live stream from the arena. Like, I'll have my phone and I'll just be like, let's go live. Bop, bop, bop. YouTube. Bam. Here we are. There's Joker. I'm getting ready to throw my mouthpiece. You ready? Documenting my crime. Cracks him in the face. He's like, what the fuck? And he picks it up and he sees the Joker mouthpiece. And he puts it in and gains all the powers he had back and then some. And then the rest of the league is barbecue chicken. Good night. 1 hour exactly. Bye. Thanks for joining, commenting.